Howdy, I'm Gray Pilgrim. I was doing some shooting a little earlier today, sorry, didn't film it, and decided I'd best clean this thing off. This is my Austin Halleck flintlock. I love this gun. It's just such a pretty thing. And that brought something to mind. Everybody knows that on YouTube, anything dealing with these evil gunses gets downchecked. It gets shadow banned. It gets buried. Now, I don't mind myself because I don't really care. I have a few subscribers. Actually, I have a lot of subscribers on YouTube. As of today, it was 847. But then I have a lot on BitChute and Rumble as well. BitChute, I know I've got 132. I think Rumble, I've got somewhere around 30 or 40. Well, the funny thing is, if I get this many views on YouTube, I get about this many or this many on BitChute. And I get the BitChute ones sooner because I'm not being shadow banned on BitChute. Funny about that. I mean, I can tell. I don't monetize my channel. I don't ever plan on monetizing it. And oh, by the way, this is a rant video. I just heard that YouTube is going to implement a thing that blocks ad blockers. So you put an ad blocker on a YouTube thingy, then they'll ban you from watching YouTube. Fine by me. Watch me on Rumble. Rumble is much better. I mean, I watch most of my YouTube on a Amazon Fire TV, which, by the way, I use an app that filters YouTube so that it gets rid of all those ads. I haven't seen ads of any kind on TV or well, other than in web pages for, I don't know, 10 or 20 years now. I just when I started, well, first of all, I gave up the primetime habit back about 1982 because that year I started working a swing shift. Meaning I'm working when everybody else is home watching, I don't know, what was ever the Friends or Seinfeld, which I've never seen. Sorry, I'm one of those few humans who's never seen Seinfeld. I've never seen, well, you name the show of the 1980s, 90s, I never saw it. And I don't feel like I lost anything. I read books instead. Funny thing, books, you can learn a lot from them. Funny thing, TV, you can't. Other than how to misspell Rolaids or 9 out of 10 doctors recommend some bullshit. Excuse my French. Anyway, I'm talking about guns. Guns are a really interesting part of human civilization. We've had them for, 400 years or so? And before that, it was the bow and arrow, the spear, the addle. Look it up. There were ballistas and catapults and crossbows and all sorts of things, slings. The one thing humans have always excelled at is technology for killing each other. And it's part of our nature to want to wage war against each other. It's when kids are young, when you've just had puberty, the testosterone is flowing. Doesn't affect girls so much, but it does boys. There's a period like the reading period in the old Muslim civilizations when between the time of the when the first spring thaw takes place and the time of what they call jihad, Hajj, the period of pilgrimage, is the summer months, the spring and summer. And after you've gotten the planting in, well, what do you want to do? You want to go off and raid caravans over in the Christian lands and see what kind of booty you can bring home. I mean, that was what a guy did. In the Viking world, in the Norse world, a man went a Viking, which means he got in a boat and went down and raided some abbey and got a whole bunch of gold and silver that he can then run off to Constantinople or maybe Russian Kiev and trade for goods. Or he might trade in Alexandria with the Arabs and bring home a bunch of Arab coins. I mean, you look in a hoard in Norway and you'll find a whole bunch of Arab coins. Well, that's how they got there. Anyway, uh, I get on tangents. Anyway, we're into weapons. We're really into weapons as a species. And it has nothing to do with any ethnicity or any culture. It has to do with being human. And we want to kill each other. We just do. I mean, it's in our nature. We can all go peace, man, but it's hypocritical. Admit who you are and be happy with who you are. But, you can, okay, I want to kill somebody. Well, I'm not going to kill somebody today. But the day is young. You never know. I'm always armed. I mean, it's part of my nature. I've always been armed since I was about, 18, I suppose? It may not have always been a gun. Sometimes it was just a knife. But I've always been armed. And when I was much younger, I would walk the streets of some of the roughest towns in America. And I've been all over the place. But I never worried about it. As a youth, I was 6'3", weighed 240 pounds, and was all muscle. And people just didn't mess with me. And it was, every now and then I did run into some situations, and every now and then the situations were resolved. Nowadays I'm an old man. Well, it means I carry a pistol. I realize a young buck can out arm wrestle me. So I use technology to compensate for what nature has taken away. And obviously I'm going to rob a liquor store with this, or overthrow the government with it. It's just, the whole concept of gun control is stupid. There's hundreds of millions of these, maybe billions in the world. You're not going to take them all away. The only thing you're going to do is disrupt the lives of law-abiding people who just want to be left alone. And that's the whole purpose behind the whole Second Amendment movement, is just leave us alone. Anyway, I'm just, train of thought rambling at the moment. And I don't have anything else to really talk about at the moment. I just saw this thing about YouTube trying to force us to watch ads that no one wants to see anyway. I mean, I'm a boomer, and the only people who would ever be interested in your stupid ads, brought to you by Pfizer, are boomers. Not me, but a lot of them out there who have not the technical information or wherewithal to use an ad blocker. So what are they going to do? They're going to affect Gen Xers and people like that who know how to use an ad blocker, who know how to use the tech, and who are not interested in the stupid commercials. Who cares about Downy? Who cares about Charmin bathroom tissue or any of that crap? You go down to the store and buy stuff you need to buy, or order it on Amazon, I suppose. But you don't care what you don't want to have filth in the middle of your dinner table or your commute home or whatever. You don't want to spend your off time listening to drivel that doesn't even affect the individual creators who make the videos. It's only for the money-grubbing people at YouTube and Google. Watch Rumble. Watch BitChute. I'm on both. Subscribe there. If you want to subscribe to me on YouTube, I am trying to make it to 1,000, just so I can see what happens when I hit 1,000. I'm not planning on monetizing. No, thank you. I don't see any reason to have ads on my channel. And if you do see any ads show up on my channel, don't buy them. Simple. Don't buy them. Matter of fact, write an email or letter to the whatever advertiser it is and say, this interrupted my fill in the blank, and I would like to say, for that, I will never buy your product in my life. If they got a few thousand of those letters, their PR and human resources department are going to go, we might have an issue here. Look what happened to Bud Light. Anyway, enough of rant. I'll try and find some, if things work out, I'm going to get a new gun soon, I think, and I have a video I need to do on that. It's not new. Unfortunately, it's not pristine, but it's not new. Alas. Anyway, happy trails.